Season 2, The Unfinished War, Chapter 13, The Meeting. Standing outside of Flashback's giant base that towered in the sky were Molly, two of Molly's friends and allies, Bruce Wayne, Cletus Cassidy, Agent Knight, and 3 other figures that had worked with Flashback in the past, wearing suits and ties, with sunglasses on. Molly talks to his friends. When the meeting starts, I need you to both wait out here, alright? Why can't we just come in with you? It's the members of his empire that are allowed to stay here. What's Flashback calling the meeting for anyway? I have no idea. Agent Knight stood wearing no armor and wore a red trench coat. She had red and black hair, and one of her eyes glowed light blue, the other was brown. She had black jeans and black shoes. She turned and started talking to Bruce Wayne. Mr. Wayne, a pleasure to meet you. She took out her hand and shook hand with Bruce. A pleasure to meet you as well, Miss Knight. You can call me Knight. Right, so, what do you think he's calling the meeting for? No clue. He's never called a meeting before. The giant doors to Flashback's base opened. Molly turned to his friends. I'll be back. Molly, Bruce, Cletus, Knight, and the 3 other figures walked inside. The 7 of them walked up the stairs of his base and into the front of a room with large doors. The whole time being followed by guards in full armor working for Flashback. The guards opened the doors to the room and walked inside, standing next to the entrance. Flashback sat in a throne chair at the end of a large table with 7 seats. Welcome, my friends. Please, take a seat. We have much to discuss. The 7 of them sat down in their chairs. So, first of all, my 3 friends in the back there. Us? Yes. Flashback took out a silenced pistol and shot the 3 figures in the head. They all fell on the ground, blood spilling from their heads. None of the other 4 people reacted in any shock or any manner of awe, as though it had happened before. 2 guards that were in the room grabbed the 3 bodies and left the room with them. Flashback put his silenced pistol away. Those 3 were responsible for our first topic of conversation. Deku broke out of the prison. The whole room started talking and murmuring to each other angrily. Words like, "What? Damn it! How even?" "Everyone, please calm yourselves. Do not worry. We can deal with it and him. It's not that big of a deal. But Molly, you were in charge of guarding him and keeping him in prison. How did he get past you?" He wasn't alone. A figure named A helped him break out. With the help of those 3 traitors you just got rid of. And according to what we know, A used to be the leader of an old agency, one that Deku worked for from 2017 to 2021. The agency ended due to what they call a terrorist attack. Where did this agency originate from? The United Kingdom, Flashback. Oh, that explains the British accent. But it's a good thing. We know Deku's origin. And the agency's. Thanks for the intel, Molly. But I still want to know. How did he get past you? 3 helicopters came out of nowhere and shot our base down. Then Deku started to do the same thing in one of our own planes, while we were busy fighting the helicopters and were shooting our base down. My base is in total wreck due to him and A. It's a disappointment that he evaded you then. Hopefully you can do better soon, because we can't afford for something like that to happen again. Understood, Flashback. Now, on to the second thing. I would like to thank you all for your assistance in this empire. Ever since the fall of Deku and the victory of the Second War, we've brought peace from what Deku had done 5 weeks ago. Weeping Woods is being repaired. The crater that Deku's symbiote died in is being fixed.
everything is going great. And most of that is thanks to Mr. Wayne here, supplying us with the armor for our troops, our weapons, and the materials surrounding this very base. It's good to have a Batman and a Bruce Wayne in our team.
Bruce spoke. Well, thank you, Flashback. Although I still don't know how you know who I am as the Batman. I never told any of you.
Trust me, all of us know the name Bruce Wayne and who you are because of it. Now, Knight, your training has perfected our soldiers greatly.
I have trained them the best I could with my expertise.
Oh, you did great. About Cletus. I don't know if any of you realize this, but this is not the Cletus Cassidy that I sent back to their original universe after Deku brought them here and caused lots of chaos. No, this is another version from a very similar universe as the Cletus Cassidy that I returned to where they belonged. I brought him here and told him how the battle with him and Venom would end. It took some convincing, but
I came here anyway. At least I have a chance of survival here. A position of power. Me being killed by Brock wouldn't sit well with me.
That you do, Cletus. That's why I saved you. But now we need to return to the real topic here, and the issue.
Flashback reached behind him and threw down on the table 3 broken cameras with the logo of the agency on them.
The 3 traitors that I just shot that were in here placed cameras to spy on us in this very base. And if they did that, that means someone told them to. The agency still exists, my friends. You should recognize this logo of theirs. The 3 traitors helped free Deku and were spying on us. The reason I called this meeting was because, well, I'd a thought. They're going to attack us sometime and attempt to take us down. They wouldn't have freed Deku or tried to spy on us if they weren't going to. It's what agencies do. Trust me. I've fought in 2 wars with Deku and his agency that he attempted to build. So if they're going to attack us in our peaceful empire...
Flashback took out his knife and an image of the agency, slamming the knife on the table and piercing it with the knife.
Then we should attack first.
He finished. Bruce said, I agree. We should strike them. Knight added on, they have a small base on a small piece of land that is close to the island. I have been scouting. I saw it and I thought I should mention it here in this room. Flashback stood and chuckled.
Well then, let's blow shit up.
The 4 others stood in agreement. Chaos was about to begin. That was Season 2, The Unfinished War, Chapter 13, The Meeting. The Meeting is a very interesting episode, really. It's mostly about, well, Flashback, of course, his power, and how he's growing. And now, he's realizing that could potentially happen. An attack. So he's doing it first. He will be attacking them. But where, I wonder? Well, you'll have to wait till the next episode to see exactly what location and what island they'll be attacking on. Until then, bye-bye.